What were the comics that I picked up this week? Stay tuned to find out. Alright, it is March 10th, a Wednesday. You know what that means. It's New Comic Book Day. Before we get into it, if you're new to this channel, please go ahead, click that subscribe button down below, smash that like button, hit that notification bell so you can get updates whenever I post new comic book pick videos just like this. And if you want to get a closer look into some of the things that I like to collect, such as comic books, but also statues, omnibuses, trading cards, things like that, you can find me on Instagram at MarkNerdyAF. And if you've been sticking with me through these videos, I really do appreciate that. I hope that they give you some insight into the comics that are dropping each week, as well as help you make those decisions as to what comics you want to pick up at your LCS. And with that said, if you do have any friends that enjoy comic books as much as I do, as much as you do, please let them know about this segment that I do each week. It really helps out the channel and helps grow the show. Enough with the intro, let's get into my comics. First one up I have here for indies is Blade Runner Origins. This is by Titan Comics. Main reason I picked this up is because I had a great time a few months back when Titan Comics dropped Blade Runner 2029. I also think whenever there's an adaptation in comic books to a movie, video game, things like that, I always at least want to pick up that first issue. And we actually get Mike Johnson writing this. He did Blade Runner 2029, and it was a solid story. So I'm looking forward to that aspect, of this new series that's coming out for Blade Runner. I think this is one you should definitely consider. All right, next up for indie titles by Boom Studios is Proctor Valley Road. This has been getting a lot of hype within the comic book community this week. It is being written by Grant Morrison alongside Alex Child. It definitely has a lot of potential, with Grant Morrison being on this book and just kind of the background we get as to what the story is going to be about. This is definitely being marketed as something similar to Paper Girls and Die. So what we're going to get is these 4 girls in a small town, and Proctor Valley Road is being haunted by all these monsters and mysterious creatures. And I guess the girls are going to try to take them down. As for new series, I think this has the most potential of any book that came out this week. All right, well, this was really interesting. This is a new series by Image Comics, and it's being written as well as being illustrated by Guillaume March. It's Carmen, #1. Guillaume March has done a lot of the art for Batman, a lot of the Punchline stuff. So I'm curious to see how this one's going to play out. Obviously, have seen a lot of Guillaume March's art. Writing, not so much, if not anything. I'm not sure if this is his first time, but this is going to be a 5-part series, and it has an interesting concept where Carmen is an angel and she takes somebody under her wing. Maybe we get some, deeper societal issues that come into play in this. We'll just have to find out. And this looks like it's going to be the complete opposite of Carmen. And that's God of War Fallen God #1. This is by Dark Horse Comics. And I'm okay with that. I do enjoy a turn your brain off popcorn comic where it's just all boom, bam, pow, in your face. Great art, which I hope that's what we're going to get in this. I did not flip through it. So I'm going to ask you guys to maybe take a chance on this. And you might say, why would I want to buy that if you didn't even look at it, Mark? Well, guess what? Last time that I bought a book that was based on a video game, and I think this is only based on a video game. I'm not sure if God of War is a book. Let's just say video game. If it's based on a video game, there's a good chance this first issue might become something pretty special later down the road or shorter term, because Cyberpunk 2077 #1, that book got pretty hot within the first couple weeks that it came out. Not saying this is going to do the same thing, but who knows? You might want to consider it. And on to Marvel. And I'm really glad about this one. I'm really glad this came out because right now I just feel like I'm reading a lot of Donny Cates Marvel stuff, a lot of Venom, King in Black, all those tie-ins. It's good, but at the same time, I need something different, and this is exactly that. We have Children of the Atom #1. These are X-Men sidekicks, a brand new team, a lot of new characters, I assume, that are going to be appearing in this first issue. You guys can't pass this up. That's all I got. Boom. All right, keep it going with Marvel. Strange Academy #9. So this is a great ongoing series, so I do take that back. Everything hasn't been all Donny Cates focused. I would really recommend reading this, picking up the first trade whenever it comes out. It might be out already. But yeah, Scotty Young, Humberto Ramos, doing some great writing, great art in this. And we've gotten a lot of new characters as well. And the first issue just blew up. And I kind of have a feeling that the Children of Atom might do the same thing. We'll see. I wanted to pick up this issue because in the solicitation, There was something interesting said in the description before this issue released. I'm kind of speculating on maybe somebody showing up in this. Maybe nothing's going to happen at all. Overall, if you're reading this, I'm sure you're going to keep picking it up because it has been a phenomenal story. But maybe hold off on this, maybe not. I don't know if you're jumping into it now. That's up to you. More Marvel, we have Nonstop Spider-Man #1. There were a lot of variants that came out for this, so that's up to you guys. This is cover A, and I think it's an awesome cover. The whole premise behind this new series with Spider-Man is it's going to be all fast-paced stuff, all fast-paced stories, as you should kind of assume by Nonstop Spider-Man. Yeah, it may turn out being really good. And the Amazing Spider-Man series with Nick Spencer doing the writing and Patrick Gleason doing the art has been really good, actually. A lot of cool things were happening in that. However, I am ready for something different with Spider-Man, and this might just be it. Check it out. All right, on to DC. We have The Joker #1. In last week's video, Infinite Frontier #0 came out. This is going to kick off right after Infinite Frontier #1, so make sure you read that. If you don't recall or you didn't watch the video that I posted kind of explaining what Infinite Frontier is, it is not as far ahead as what we got with Future State. It is in between Dark Knight's Death Metal and Future State. I think it's closer to what happens right after Dark Knight's Death Metal than it is closer to Future State, because that happens a lot later. So make sure you're reading this. The Joker #1, ton of covers for this, obviously one of the most predominant villains in DC canon. Yeah, go ahead and choose what you want. This is cover B. This is a Matina cover. Ooh, this one's really hard to see. Sorry, guys. I just noticed that. It's not going to matter, because guess what? This is my cover of the week, and you're going to see it right now. All right, the glare is a little bit better there. So yeah, you guys just saw how amazing that cover was by Matina. This is on cardstock as well. I think this is, especially if you're looking for nice covers, this is one you should consider. And yeah, it is issue #1 of The Joker, and it just has Punchline on it. But Punchline, you can't deny, has been pretty important within the stories that we've been getting involving Joker. So there it is. Make sure you're picking this up. Last up for DC Comics, and my picks of this week is Wonder Woman 770. And this is such a badass wraparound cover. I'm not going to take it out, but yes, it does wrap all the way around to the backside. And it's done by Travis Moore. Wonder Woman 770 is, I believe, going to continue the whole Wonder Woman, series, obviously, but we're going to kind of kick off a new run, starting with all the Infinite Frontier stuff that we're going to start getting. So it is going to be something new. I bet there's going to be new characters hitting this one as well, so you might want to consider it. DC Future State was great, giving us a look at the possibilities and what happens after the effects of Dark Knight's Death Metal. But I also want to know, what happens closer to those effects, not so far later on. And this is, I think, is what we're going to get. So you might want to consider, the titles that are releasing that kick off the Infinite Frontier event. And Wonder Woman wise, this is that issue. All right, well, those were my picks for this week. Before you head out, let me know in the comments what you guys are picking up. Are they some of the same titles? Completely different? I want to hear from you. So leave a comment down below. And also, please hit that subscribe button down below. Smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. Get updates whenever I post new videos. As mentioned before, tell your friends, your family that love comic books as well. Love it. You guys are the best. I got a lot of reading I got to get to. Until next time, jumps out.